Hey everybody, I'm back with another update of what's happening here in southern Utah, and today I'm at the headquarters of one of the coolest companies in town called Intergalactic. They're an aerospace company that's really changing and upping the standard in the aerospace world, even doing stuff that NASA is shocked by. Today I get to interview the CEO, Brian McCann, take a dive into who they are, why they're here in southern Utah, and really what they have going on here. I can't wait to show you guys, so let's get started. All right guys, so we're here in the Lounge of Solitude here inside the headquarters of Intergalactic. Really cool space in here. It's got the feel of like every startup, you know, all the big ones. And this is a cool area that we get to sit in. So I'm here with Brian McCann. This is the CEO of Intergalactic. He's going to tell us who they are and why they're here in southern Utah, and I'm looking forward to it. So thanks for your time today.
Yeah, super stoked to have you.
So you as a person, what's a little bit of your background and why are you the CEO of Intergalactic?
So I started in the Ram family. So Ram's been in St. George for a long time. And I grew up at Ram, but it was a smaller company that broke into aerospace. And it took about, 25 years for Ram to get pedigree in aerospace.
Okay.
So around the time I graduated high school, that company started to take off. And so I went into mechanical engineering when I first went to college. And then after a while realized that I liked business more and switched over to business. And anyway, helped Ram develop their business side of the company. And anyway, just learned there and got the old 10,000 hours there, and then the airborne opportunity came up. And so we bought it. It was a great company with great IP, but it was on the verge of going out of business at the time, but we liked what they had.
Cool.
And some really cool engineers. So that's how it started.
So I say Intergalactic. You guys just had a name.
Yeah. So we just did the soft launch of the new name. So we're going to be Intergalactic in 2021. We're going through some audits and things like that are going to require us to keep our paperwork as airborne for a little bit. But in the next few months, we're going to do a complete changeover to Intergalactic.
Cool.
Yeah.
So what's the history then of airborne? I know you guys took it over. It wasn't in. So it was in Washington, right? State of Washington.
Yeah, it was in the state of Washington. So some engineers, some of the guys that are still here, just really, really smart guys. They came up with some new tech, and they formed a company on Skype because these guys were all over the country. And then they ended up having kind of a headquarters in Port Angeles, Washington. And it was just, they named it Airborne, but nobody had a real strong affiliation to that name.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
And what do you guys do? What is Intergalactic?
We create really cool stuff. So really it's boundary pushing aerospace technology. So there's enabling technologies that are coming out that are tied to, for example, being able to analyze data on a larger scale and then figure out paths that allow you to be more efficient. So if you think about it, like all the things that the future holds as far as like going further in space, electric aircraft, hypersonics, really, really cool futuristic type stuff. So like hypersonic travel, for example, imagine going from like LA to London in an hour or 2 hours. I mean, really futuristic sounding, but one of the problems with doing that is you generate a lot of heat. So they don't know what to do with the heat. And so a company like us, like Intergalactic, we've come up with new ways to disperse the heat in those really, really hard environments. And so we've got several technologies. For example, we came up with a new kind of heat exchanger, just basically transfers heat. Our system is way lighter than anything else on the market. One of our customers told us it's the most efficient system they've ever seen. And all of our customers are like the tier 1 defense companies. So
right, yeah. Who are the companies that you guys get to work with?
So any of the tier 1 defense companies, like anybody in aerospace. So if you think about anybody who makes a plane or makes a spacecraft, they need product that we have.
Like even SpaceX.
Yeah.
SpaceX taking ships up to space.
Yeah.
Your guys' parts are on there.
Yeah. So with Ram specifically, we've done stuff with them, but where we're at right now, we've already been meeting with those guys, and it's all the performance that we're seeing out of our system, it's almost like they don't believe it at first.
Right, that's what you were saying. The guys at NASA were like, there's no way.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, it's crazy. So we had our system tested at a NASA facility for a week, and not only did we not have a single issue with it, but it performed at such a high level that the conventional thought is that's not possible.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's really breaking through, like, to break through on something in the aerospace industry is so hard, right?
It's so hard, yeah.
So going from there, I mean, it's super cool stuff. This is something that I've on a global, you know, you're going to be working with people all over the globe.
Yeah.
And your headquarters is here in Southern Utah.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
So why here in Southern Utah?
So part of it's because RAM acquired the majority share of the company when it was struggling, and then I was working at RAM and I quit RAM to work full time here at Intergalactic. But we went to our shareholders and said, look, these are the traditional aerospace hubs, Seattle, Los Angeles, Dallas, places like that. We're like, we don't want to be traditional. Everything about our brand, who we are, our engineering, our design, our product, everything is so boundary pushing. We feel like the future is going to be in places like this. Like, we were down in LA this week delivering some systems, and it's dirty, congested, all those sorts of things. You come here and it's like you got a 10-minute drive to work. It's beautiful and it's cheaper.
Yeah.
It's like everything about it lines up with why wouldn't people want to be here, you know?
So
it puts a spotlight on St. George.
That's awesome. I love it. I'm so happy that you guys that you're here.
Yeah.
So now just going deeper, right now you're here in, RAM is upstairs. You guys are down here. I know the future plans are you guys want to be on Tech Ridge.
Yeah.
What's your plan for Tech Ridge?
So when we first looked at building a building, we thought this can be like 5 years out before we'll have to think about that. But things just started going pretty quickly. And you can see in here, outside of our lounge here that we've made, it's pretty open space.
Right.
And so we're hiring people pretty quickly right now, and we need places to put them, and we're getting creative, really creative. And so with Tech Ridge, our plan is to build about a 60,000 square foot building that we think will house about 75 people, mostly engineers. And we'll do systems integration up there. And then from there, if we need to expand, which we're planning on, we'll have other sites that we've built into the system. But Tech Ridge gives us a place where we can have our headquarters. So just think about like the name Intergalactic Headquarters, like that's pretty sweet. Like it just carries a lot of weight. So we're super excited about that, but it'll just show, I mean, our customers, think about the biggest companies in the world, the biggest aerospace companies in the world coming here. Before COVID, they were here every 2 or 3 weeks, and now they'll be there on Tech Ridge looking at the city. The first response might be, well, you guys are in a prime location, you guys should go somewhere else. And my response to that would be like Seattle, like double or triple our cost per square foot.
Right.
So it's just a way for us to show we're in a really cool place. And also we have engineers, even after coming here in our basement spot, we've had engineers say, hey, if I quit my job, can I come work for you guys? Up there, we think that's going to happen a lot. The best engineering in the world. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So my next question was, what are you most excited about in regards to Tech Ridge?
I think it's the collective vision. So even looking outside of us, like the way that we're strategically aligned, when I met with Isaac up at Tech Ridge, it was like, it's exactly the same. Yeah. You know, we're just marching the same way. And so I think being in a community like that is super powerful. Yeah. And I'm excited about that.
I really like the way that all of Southern Utah, between the educational, the college, even the school, like the elementary through high school, and like the vision of tech. Because tech is more than just like software.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people think of tech as like these tech software companies, but there's all different types of tech companies, and you know, having what we have here already is such a good base, and I just feel like there's so much momentum.
Yeah, there's so much momentum. What the college is doing is amazing. The high school system, like you mentioned. So there's so much going on and so much momentum, but like this is heavy tech. So we have software, we have software integration, we have our own code, we have 5 full-time guys that work on that side of the business. But also the engineering is just so intense and insane, and it's next level tech. I mean, it's powering the mechanical side as well, which is really cool.
It's awesome. Well, sweet. Well, thanks for your time, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
for
it.
sure.
Really excited to see where Intergalactic goes and you guys putting Southern Utah even more on the map.
Yeah, we're excited as well. Thank you. And yeah, appreciate the time.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Cool.
And that's a wrap, guys. As you can see, a lot of cool stuff happening here in Southern Utah in the aerospace industry. I love what Intergalactic is doing. I love their vision. And I can't wait to see what they continue to do as they continue to grow. So for more information on anything happening in Southern Utah, you can either call me or text me at 435-668-7293 or find me on Facebook or Instagram. Thanks, guys.